was that Piszcyk up into Jimmy Piszcyk up into second position, and he's potentially getting his signature.
Commanding lights to flag victory. I'm surprised you're not smiling a bit more.
I'm so happy. I really think I've given all my smiles already.
Piszcyk.
Is
it really?
Yeah.
Piszcyk.
Everyone says it wrong. Like it's
Is it
such
what? It's a silent S.
Piszcyk.
Silent S.
But then saying that,
Piszcyk.
the actual way to say it is Piszcyk.
Piszcyk.
But I think that's right.
It sounds better.
That's because when we came to Australia, there's actually an extra Z in there somewhere. It was PISZCZYK.
International guest. First
international
driver.
guest.
Get in.
Call it.
Get in there.
We're expanding.
Get in there.
Now, fun thing of the day with all these young people is I feel back as a social media band. We've just been talking about it. Now, if you're under the age of 16 now in Australia, you cannot.
Was that today?
That was today, officially December 10th, that you could not go on social media. So I've just checked my followers. I've lost about 100, 150 followers on Instagram. Just like that. So, you should. So if you... Well, under the age...
I don't even remember what it was.
So is it 16? Under 16?
Under 16, male, female,
TikTok,
whatever
Facebook,
you are.
Snapchat, like what ones
YouTube,
are there? All
every single social media platform, even Vine.
Twitch?
Doesn't even exist anymore.
Twitch?
Reddit? Yep. You cannot...
Reddit's more of a
YouTube.
forum.
Yep. You cannot go on YouTube.
Reddit's more of a forum based.
Doesn't matter. It's...
Kick?
Kick.
I think Reddit's the worst out of all
Yeah,
of them.
that's true. Well, Twitter's pretty bad these days.
So we were just looking.
X.
I was speaking to Summer just before, and she's like, "Have you seen your follow list?" I looked at mine. I'm like, "Wow!" Like you're probably the same.
Mine hasn't dropped.
I don't think mine dropped at all.
No.
Well, you've had your
I've
account
got
for 20
adults
years.
following me, not kids, mate. Come on.
I just feel bad. The only example in
I think it's a good thing. Seriously.
Why do you think it's a good thing?
Because have you done the research on when social media came in and the depression rate, the suicide rate, and all that sort of stuff? That it is I reckon it's an issue, stemming issue that, like parents just don't want to waste time teaching the kids. They just want to give them a tablet, and they need to get that connection back with their parents, real friends, get outdoors, and like gaming's great, like bit of sim racing, bit of PlayStation, but to sit on it when you get home and all the way to your bed, surely that's not good.
The only thing I could imagine is, let's say you were like just starting your karting career or Formula Ford or whatever, and you're 15, 16, and you use
12, 13. Like
you're using those platforms to promote your racing, and you can't anymore. That's I know that's one small example in motorsport, but
hang on. You could have a manager or a media person like you running that account.
Yeah, but it's still.
But that's what most of the professional...
Can you post it of yourself? Like, what's the rules around?
No, I think I'm pretty sure. Like, if you are over this, see, again, this is new territory for us. We don't really know, but for me, I think you could have someone manage it, and they're old enough to have an account, and then they can post on your behalf. So,
but do they allow that?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Is that part of their things?
Well, yeah, that's interesting because they have to verify. Apparently, it was a facial recognition.
Yeah, and then I seen something of like some
chuck on your grandma, mate.
Yeah, that was actual thing that on the news or whatever. The girl was on the news about it.
You can just use someone else's face, put their details.
Is that going to affect us every time we log into?
I hope not.
No.
Well, then how?
Because our account's somehow age verified for a long time. So.
Well, then they just going to have a age verified account once, and then they're good to go for 6 months.
Yeah, exactly right.
Surely it's going to happen anyway.
Managing it always going to be difficult as hell.
Interesting. Yeah. I think it's a step in a direction that we have to do something because the online harassment at 12, 13 years old is pretty horrific.
Yeah, you can't
I'm concerned they're just going to go onto a game. Like, they're going to stop gaming because a lot of these gaming have messenger platforms and online chats and stuff. So they're just going to merge towards a different platform to talk.
iRacing will be banned. There'll be no iRacing. The FIA
That's good for
agreed
me.
to this.
All the kids aren't going to come chopping at my heels. And
I know.
That's an interesting one.
But it is an interesting one. And I should move on because, Jimmy, I've known you for a while, I guess, in the past. Yeah. I remember one of the first videos I filmed for you was at the Bend for a Formula Ford race I was subcontracted for, and you were just having the worst day ever. And all I remember is, like, compared to your teammates, you were so well media trained that even though you had the worst race ever and your championship was stuffed, you just took it on the chin and took it. And you were like 15 at the time or 16. I remember that vividly. But you made the move to go to the UK, live there. How did that all come around as such to make that massive choice from Formula Ford to Formula 4? That's the dream, isn't it? To make it happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, going back to that when we first met, I think... I just remember. I still remember it to this day. It was such a sad day because I had such a good Saturday. I think I qualified 4th and then won the race. And then it was such a good day. And then I had all my friends come out for the next day as well. And I just had the worst day possible. Like I passed the driver under a double yellow because I could not see it. I don't even know, but at the bend, like I think it's turn 3 and then going down to like the hairpin.
There's a right-hander.
Yeah, that right-hander, then going down the hairpin. There's a flag point so far left, I could not see it at all. And I'm focused on the guy that's on my right-hand side and there's a flag point left. There's a double yellow.
Yeah.
So this is a fast left hand, turn 4.
Turn
I think.
4,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
everyone hits the
left-hander.
inside wall.
But you're
Yeah.
looking through the apex, and you're
Yeah, but
saying,
I'm also watching this guy on the outside of me at the same
Yeah.
time. So there's no focus all the way out here. And then we get to the hairpin, then I sort of broke past him there. And I haven't even realized it's just a double yellow right then. You watch back on the video, it's so
yeah.
obvious. And I'm just like, and that just set me back. Like I think I got like a 30-second penalty.
Was that in
Did
the
you
final-
did you know it was a yellow?
No clue.
Not
at
until
all.
after the race.
Like I've come in after the race. Like I'm happy. I had a good race. And then I'm just like, why are we going to the stewards?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did you
yeah.
get done for 5 spots, or what did you end up getting done for?
I got done 30 seconds because of double.
30 seconds.
And it was because of passing under a double yellow.
If you pass, I should know these rules.
and that
but
put me to the back of the grid and then I had to start last for the last
Oh,
race.
second last
But
race,
no,
yeah.
and then it gets worse. So then I worked my way up. I worked my way from last and I was passing for 3rd. I'd passed the kid on the lap. It started to sprinkle down with rain. I've hit the apex curb, I think on the second last corner and just fully looped the car.
bad to worse.
So then I've just gone all the way like down to the bottom.
Yeah.
And then I've had to come in and then had to meet you and then
So this was Formula Ford State Series.
Formula Ford.
Yeah.
No, national.
Oh, okay.
And which
Yeah.
is very impressive because we know how hard that category is.
And if I had had those 2 good results, I probably would have won the championship because I didn't
Yeah.
do the last round because obviously I was
Who were you battling with at the time? Was that 20?
a Studi, Valentino.
Valentino Studi, yeah, copy. I don't know where he's gone these days, but
I
yeah.
think he's doing some Porsche or
Porsche stuff, yeah.
He's with
even
Max
possible.
Vidal.
Vidal.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right. You know what? That category, and Max Vidal is another,
Yeah.
Formula Ford champion. That category is rough. Like, not easy.
What,
to-
Porsche?
No, Formula Ford.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before. Adrian's been there and done that.
Well,
But
I like Formula Ford as a training tool to any category, really.
Yeah,
if you
I
want to go
think-
to open wheelers or sedan, tin
Yeah.
tops, I think it's better than the 86s.
Yeah.
100 hands down.
In
I know
Australia,
we're biased with that, but yeah, the
It's all-
tunability, you can't get away with some of the door banging stuff that you can in 86s. So
Yeah, I mean,
but-
it taught me so much like fundamentals about cars, like because I just come out from karting basically and then hopped
Yeah.
into a Formula Ford, stalled it about 20 times onto the way to first time on the track because first time
How old
clutch.
were you? 13 or 14?
I was 14. It was
Yeah.
just during COVID time because we had the KA2 championship, which I was leading, but we didn't do enough rounds, so the whole Australian championship got completely cancelled. That was during COVID 2020. Then at the end of the year, I did a test with Justin at Synergy in the Formula Ford at Wakefield Park.
They were on Spectrums?
Yep,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a Spectrum. And then, that was basically my move from karts to cars because it just sort of got called as it was. Cause
So that was 2020.
2020.
And then 21.
21 I
moved,
did
or-
Formula Ford with Justin, Synergy. And then 22 I did it with CHE with Cam Hill.
Right. Okay.
Cam Hill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
the Cam Hill.
And then
The Cam Hill,
The
VA
Cam Hill.
Supercar
did you do
driver.
any open wheeler testing in Australia at all? Like Formula 4 in Australia?
Yeah. So as we got to the end sort of I guess 2022, we're looking to what to do next year. Like
Yeah.
my goal was always to try and move over to Europe. That also got delayed a lot during COVID because there was all the travel restrictions stopped us a lot from going over there. So we probably would have maybe not even done Formula Ford of sorts and probably try to have gone over to the UK or Europe, somewhere in Italy earlier. But we had the COVID stuff, which just ruined it all. So that just set us back a couple of years. And then we're just like, well, we can do Formula Ford here. We've heard really good things about the category. There's lots to learn here. Like with the car control, like you're not always straight in those cars, the Formula Fords. You're always sideways through the corners. You're always trying to wring the hell out of them just to get the maximum amount of lap time out of those things. And then, so that all happened. That all delayed. But then, so 2022, we did some testing with AGI in the McGows I had at the time in the F4. So just did a bit of testing in that. Which actually, the way we got that was my mechanic. It's all over
No,
the
we
shop
love
right
the
now.
divergence.
Okay, so my mechanic when I was at CHE, he was basically his goal was to be a mechanic for F1.
Right.
So he had done some work with a guy named Dominic Stott, and he'd basically done some V8 supercar mechanicking, I think, I can't remember. Anyway, moving on.
Cam Hill.
So supercar team.
Yep.
He did it for a supercar team. And then he went to the UK because he's originally from the UK. So he came over here just for some experience. Went to the UK, was with High Tech, and then started to run their F4 team. So Nick knew him through that. And then Nick basically got a test over in the UK to do some F2 mechanicking. Because that's sort of the ladder to get to the F1 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's working on open wheeler cars.
Yeah.
So we got in contact with him. He then knew Adam, AGI, Adam Gotch. So he knew him, and then he said for Adam to test us out to see if we're actually any good, because I'd never driven an F4 car.
Yeah.
It is different to a Formula Ford car because you got the wing and you got slick tires.
Yeah.
Adam tested me out. He was pretty happy with what I could do in a car. And he said to Dom, yeah, this kid's pretty decent. Let's send him over to the UK.
Just like that. Yeah.
Pretty
wow.
much.
So you're in the British Formula 4 at the moment. Is that called GB4 or is that something different?
No, so there's two categories over there. So they've got the British F4, which is like the proper FIA certified with the Tatus Gen 2 car. That's the championship. Then they've got the GB4, which is a MSV, which is they own a bunch of tracks in the UK and a couple in Spain, I think. But basically they run their own championship, which is a bit more budget friendly. But it's also not as competitive because it just doesn't have all the best drivers.
Yep.
It is still a really, really good championship.
Still get big numbers? Or really?
They get like 20 cars in the field. They get good numbers.
Is the same with F3 as well? Like they've got F3 and then GB3?
No, so they've only got GB3.
Right, okay.
So
Okay.
So once there's no F3 because F3 is technically only FIA F3. That's the only F3.
Right, because there was British Formula 3.
There was.
Now it's converted into GB3. Okay, now I'm starting to get my head around it. And that's completely separate to F3 and F2, which is European, which is
we thought Australia had too many categories and then the UK.
They say can sustain it though. They say can sustain it over there. But right, okay, so you were doing British Formula 4. Okay, cool.
And then there's the GB4, which is completely different. Okay. But it's still a very good category. It's just a bit more budget friendly.
What's faster? Is it you guys are a little bit quicker? Or?
I don't know. It's because we have better drivers.
Yep.
Not being biased, but we just do. And it sort of averages out. I think their cars are a little bit faster.
Yeah, okay, righto.
Because they have a diff in them. We don't have it. We have an open diff.
Yep.
Which is the worst thing possible to drive.
Yeah, it sounds weird. Have an open
bad.
diff in a race.
It just ruins the whole car, basically.
Yeah.
But so they...
Is that a cheaper thing, a budget thing?
I actually don't know.
Not sure. Okay.
I couldn't actually tell you. It's just how they've made the cars and they just...
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So that was 2023?
So 2023, we did the British F4 Championship.
Yep.
Had a good season, rookie season over there. The tracks over there are really hard. Like they just...
Centreton, Silverstone, Donington Park.
Yeah,
doing all
Branch
those ones.
GP, Alton Park,
those tracks are
Knockhill.
wild.
Like you got some pretty cool tracks.
These are all tracks I'd play on Gran Turismo or like
iRacing.
iRacing.
Yeah,
it's like, wow.
No, yeah. So they're like, I think the first track I went to was Snare. No, I went to Croft.
I haven't heard that.
Croft, it's not on the calendar anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's not the best of tracks.
David Croft's track?
Nah,
That joke.
no, but Croft is an awful. I hate Croft.
Is it very undulating, skinny?
No,
or something?
it's actually very flat.
Oh, right.
But it's very bumpy, very rough, very awful. But there's also there's a farm right next to it, right? And basically, there's a guy because he hates the track. So there's real noise restriction throughout the whole track. So you have to on silencers, all this bullshit stuff. Yeah. But basically, the guy over there, when he gets pissed off, he gets in his tractor and he just starts mowing at the little bit that's right next to the track in his tractor. No tire walls, nothing there. It's just straight track to tractor.
So he shoots all the
He's putting all the grass on the
track.
Is that what he does?
But if you come off track there as well,
you're into a tractor.
You're going right into that tractor.
So they have to stop.
It's on the exit of a corner, so it's not awful.
Is this like an old track? You said it's an old track,
it's
right?
Pretty
and
old
this guy's
track.
been living here what?
Well, a lot
same
of the
amount
British
time?
tracks are they've got history.
Oh yeah, they're very
a lot
old.
more than what.
Very old.
That's frustrating. Like, do you live there or what? Like,
here's a weird question. We're not gonna do they have street circuits over in England? Like we've got a lot of that in Australia.
Yeah, we got a lot. I think the only street circuit they do is the London Formula E.
Oh yes,
but that's not even a street circuit. Race? No, we don't do that.
So it's just F3. Yeah, FE.
Yeah, Formula E. So they do the one that goes around the oval.
I've seen clips of that.
I swear FE does a lot of street circuits.
It's mostly street circuits.
Yeah, that's weird.
But they actually get good racing. Like they can actually race around Monaco,
Yeah.
unlike F1.
Yeah, that's a whole story for another time.
What's your favourite circuit that you've driven in the UK then?
In the
Out of all them?
UK, probably Brands GP.
Brands Hatch?
Yeah, Brands Hatch,
Yeah.
Brands.
There's
So
multiple
there's
circuits.
the Brands Indy, which is a shorter one, but then
Yeah.
there's the GP, which goes all the way out the back in the forest,
Yeah, the old F1 circuit.
and that's proper.
You got
proper
that
cool.
Do they
long-
race that?
Only sometimes throughout
Okay.
the year, because again, there's noise restriction. Because there's people that
Another tractor on the
moved
track.
in after the track was
I
built,
hate that.
knowing there's a racetrack, but they keep complaining. So there's now they can only run it, I think, a certain amount of. I think it's like 4 race weekends throughout the year.
That's
Or
horrible. So
4
what
or
about
5
track days and all that?
we got 2 test days throughout the whole year
See, that's
for open wheelers.
It's a whole thing.
It's
We
a con-
talked about this on another
It's a
podcast.
condensed place. Like we've got Phillip Island, obviously, and
Yeah.
Sandown.
Penguins,
as
they
you know.
complain.
The Penguins
They drive their
complain.
track-
Can't start up
tractors
until
on
9 a.m.
Yeah, there's that strict rule, but mufflers and silencers, like even our Porsche Carrera Cup cars have silencers on them. The 500, you probably noticed.
Aussie cars didn't. They were loud.
Yeah, but there's a lot of restrictions, and it sounds like for most tracks there, because it's so condensed, it's a major issue, and it's a pain for you. If the residents don't like it, well, you knew there was a racetrack,
Yeah,
didn't
well,
you?
there's another one which is even funnier. So Donington Park is right next to an airport. We're not allowed to run on Fridays because of the noise restrictions. Not allowed to run at all.
For
the
who?
planes can't run either?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's for the neighbours and stuff, but
there's
like
an airport.
it's an airport, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just-
some weird. It's just the
Like-
left wing.
But
you know,
they explained it
Commonwealth.
like you can only put
Commonwealth.
so much water in a bucket that you have to take a day off, basically.
That's really frustrating to me. I just feel like you're moving next to a race circuit. Surely you would know what to expect.
And
Yeah.
they complain
You know?
that there's people on the streets doing stupid stuff, but then they won't want people having it on a safe environment. That's
People
what's
are there.
Yeah.
that's what's crazy.
That's what I'm
isn't it?
thinking. Like if people want to go do track days and get their cards off the street,
But that's
don't
what
do
I'm saying.
stupid stuff.
But then they'll
right?
complain about it on the street. They'll complain about it on the track.
Yeah,
they just complain if the mosquitoes.
They
are out,
always
you know?
they always find a way to complain.
As Adrian says every podcast, it's the left wing.
woke world we live in. Anyway, that's a little thing. That we do. So anyway, it
Wow.
says here we've got some notes. You did some F4 in UAE, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
2024 or
2023.
3. Okay.
So basically the build up with High Tech, they do the UAE Championship, which is at the start of the year for 2023 for me. So we did that, which was So we went to Dubai, Kuwait, and then Abu Dhabi. So we did those rounds.
So that was a package from like the whole.
Yeah, so
like,
it was
okay.
included with my contract basically.
Yep.
So it was to do that and British F4.
Right.
So that was included for it all. But yeah, we did. So my teammates, so I had Will McIntyre, Kanado Lee, and then Arvid Lindblad, who's now just signed for Racing Balls.
He was on your same team.
He was my
Oh,
teammate.
yes, he has.
So he was
What
my
was he
team.
like to work with?
Very determined and very needy. Not in a bad way with
Yeah.
the needy stuff. Like he would always like stay late to the track, go through everything with every single engineer there possible. Like he was very precise and wanted to know what the problem was and how he could fix it.
Yeah.
He wanted to know this, this, and this, and then he'd go do it.
And that must motivate you just as much to
Oh,
be
100%,
the exact
yeah,
same.
yeah,
You're in the
like-
exact circle of people trying to do the same
Like
thing.
that was the thing as well, because so for me, Kanado and Will, we were going to be teammates in British, so we kind of knew each other because we did some testing in the UK already together. But we'd probably done 5 days in total leading up to this UAE event. Arvid had already done 30 days in a car plus 3 race meets. So he was just coming in with so much more experience, and we could relay everything we could off him. Like,
So he was just
He
paying
was-
for those test days, just like in
well,
terms
Red
of.
Bull, yeah, they were just doing
That's
test
where
days.
I get unstuck here with the budgets. Like it's dear enough to go
Oh,
racing
yeah.
as it is, and then you open the can of worms by unlimited
So,
test days.
yeah,
I just don't think that's fair.
F4 is basically just many. So there's a kid. I don't want to out names,
Yeah.
but he's probably done open. He can't even. I don't think he could even race Formula 4 yet, and he'd already done more than I had done in an F4 car. He couldn't even race the thing yet. So he was 14 years old, and he'd already probably done more with testing than I'd done in 2-3 years time.
This is what the public don't see, is that sort of junior burger crazy stuff that's going on before they even get to F3, F2, before they even get to F1.
I mean-
People just look at the F1 side of things, but they're not looking when they're 13, 14 and how much money is spent to get that half a tenth.
Are you making a fairer playing field by putting limitations on it, or are you causing more conflict?
Conflict. How's that conflict?
I mean,
Like, it's just the only way to try and nip it, to try and bring it to some sort of level. I don't know. We talked about this with Max with Porsche Carrera Cup, and it's the tires and stuff that they can just new tires with test days and multiple test days. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's a whole thing. But Yeah, I would be restricting it to some sort of degree.
Yeah,
It's not just open slather.
It's mental
Like,
over
it's-
there.
I mean,
like,
going over to Europe, I was going to say you
I've
you
been
think
eye open to a lot of things.
So where were you
Yeah.
staying? You just were staying with a team or something?
No,
or?
so I stayed in the UK.
Yeah.
So we would go in 2023. So I
Yeah.
stayed up. Basically, I stayed in a little village called Greens Norton, which is a side village to a place called Toaster, which is basically 10 minutes away from Silverstone, to put it
Oh, perfect.
all in perspective.
Does that have restrictions in noise, Silverstone?
No, but it also has massive budgets if you want to go testing there.
Okay.
So I think it was like, I think we got maybe 4 test days there all up with like British, but we did one private day there. And I think to hire the track by itself was like £30,000.
What's
per
the
day.
pound
Yeah.
conversion
It's like
from
60.
Yeah.
60,000
I think.
Australian?
I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
I'm
might
gonna be
more.
surprised.
I'd say it'd be more rather
So, like,
than less.
obviously, you don't have to tell us the direct number, but is it AUD between sort of 300 to 600 for F4 for a season? Like, is that
Yeah.
is like 300 to 600? Is that the ballpark? or is
you'd be
that,
up at 600.
for AUD. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
Definitely.
For British
crazy. And that's
F4.
6
And that's
rounds.
That's probably on a good deal as well. No,
Yeah.
10 rounds.
10 rounds. Okay.
But so
And-
the thing is, you're on the Toka package, which is basically the V8 supercars of
oh,
UK.
they did used to own that or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the old guy that used to.
Oh, I've
Nah,
got-
anyway, I might be talking
Yeah,
out
you
of.
just-
Toka.
I don't know. No,
So
it's,
Toka is that they're one of the sponsors, but so it's the British touring cars.
so BTCC.
Yeah, that's it.
with you guys.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're with them. There's
Right.
a couple other, but we
They used to have
basically-
a
we're on
game
most
called
there.
Toka Race Driver, and
that's-
then
that's
they made
the-
a V8 Supercars game here. Now, I know that's completely off, but I don't know if it's related. But
Yeah, that's interesting. The budget's upwards of 600 for F4.
Oh yeah, that's on a probably good
on a
deal.
good
though.
deal.
that is
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's really.
I'm not surprised, but I mean, you're coming up with people that can splash cash as well. Like when you're going up.
And
against-
is there much media coverage for like what TV time do you get?
Yeah, so we
from
get
that?
so all of our Sunday races. So we get 2 races on Sunday, which are basically live stream on ITV.
Yep.
So that's all across
So
the
what's
UK.
live? What's ITV? Is that our Channel 7 or something?
Kind
here?
of, basically.
Okay, righto. Do they have a KO, like a style of
don't know.
streaming app?
I say that.
YouTube. They do a lot of YouTube.
Yeah, they do.
stuff.
Ours go on. So for this year, they did ITV plus YouTube. So basically, anyone in the world could watch it on YouTube, except everyone in the UK that had to watch it on ITV.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I noticed
So-
a
think they
lot
do
of like
something like that.
the GTs are always live streamed, and
Yeah,
like, I see a
so-
lot of live streaming for
Is
UK
the
events.
coverage-
Yeah.
I think
big-
like all the races are
YouTube.
live streamed somewhere.
Is
Yeah.
the
Like, there's-
coverage as polished as what supercar media, like if you take your hat and my hat off of what obviously we're invested in our own series, but like you'll see what supercars do and it's bloody good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Is it that quality of slow-mos and different camera angles and
For
you guys?
for
Do they-
us, because we're a supporting category. We're
Yeah,
not,
but we
we're
get
not
the-
we're not a main game.
Okay.
But we do get we will get some slow-mo, some replays.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be overly focused on that.
Right.
Like, obviously, you look at the touring cars, for like the British touring cars, like you look at theirs, they get like they get the onboard radio, like you can hear them talking to
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other while they're driving. They get all that sort of stuff going more in depth with all that, going into the backgrounds, the pits and everything like
Yeah.
that. With us, we get
A little bit.
we get the streaming, we
Yep.
get the commentating, we get some replays, we get all that kind of stuff. But it's nothing like what touring cars obviously get.
Similar
But
Do
it's
you
still, we
use
still
your
get a good
onboard
job.
footage if you wanted to post that on your socials?
This is a good question.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
answer
so-
to that.
As like part of my contract at Roden, we weren't allowed to take any footage away.
Right.
So I was not allowed to have any of my footage
So
at all, even
this is
from
a
testing.
team. This is a team.
This is a team thing.
Not a stream. Right. Okay.
not a-
Roden's a New Zealand base.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of
obviously.
Roden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
yeah.
other thing
The
I-
F2 and F3 as well.
This is another good question. So here at Supercars, you're not allowed to film on-track footage, which has been a big problem. Like filming Adrian is always paddock stuff, and it's very tiring.
Can only do so much.
You can only do so much because of Foxtel,
Yeah, yeah.
Supercars ruling on that.
Yeah, well,
But I've
we're
seen-
starting to drill down on this, aren't we?
We have really, it's frustrating for everybody, for sponsors, for us.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that you have hype reels. So you
Oh,
can have
yeah.
on-track footage.
We
Is
get
that for
prop-
every category?
Anything, I think at touring cars, you can get anything you want on track.
And if you wanted to post on board, you could. If
Yeah,
the
yeah,
team,
yeah,
the
yeah.
contract stipulates that.
Yeah, we can.
So that's
they
crazy.
don't have any of the
dude.
rights like that. But so when I did the F1 round at Silverstone this year, we weren't allowed any of that.
Right.
We
You're
had
not
to-
allowed to footage on the
We
track.
weren't allowed footage on the track. at all. We can only get sort of behind the scenes stuff in the pits. I think even getting the pit stuff was hard enough.
Yeah.
Like basically we had to hire a camera guy to actually be part of Roden. That's just how Roden got some footage while we're at the F1 meet. But basically he had to be employed for the year. He couldn't be employed just for the race. It was like he had to be properly employed for them just to for
Get
the
in there and
filming.
do
This
stuff.
is for the British Grand Prix.
I just don't know
this is
the
for
reasoning.
The
Do
Grand
you know
Prix.
the
But that's
reasoning?
because they have all the rights and
yeah,
everything.
F1 does that
But
too.
it's
Mental.
Yeah.
Like we weren't allowed.
Rights.
We wouldn't be allowed to post any of the onboards.
No.
Like because we obviously there was even I think a chat before we arrived that we weren't even going to have onboards. Full stop.
But you
Because
need
they
that
own-
first
Because they own all the rights.
crashes and stuff.
You need like they'll be filming, but we won't be allowed to access it.
Oh, so you
basically.
can't even access it to use data? Like
No,
to-
we can, but for the
Okay.
F1, it was talks of not being able to have that.
Wow.
So
That's crap.
That's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure F2
because they didn't want anything leaked.
F2 and F3 they actually can't have any onboards. I believe
Yeah, it'd be just for data stuff, surely.
a lot of it they're just looking
Because
at data
they've got
they don't.
TV coverage on boards, but yeah.
You know,
It's
sneeze
just
that comes
ridiculous.
and then
Yeah,
it goes away.
They just have all the rights to it all, so they don't
Yeah, that's
get a lot of
crazy.
footage
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah, that's
is
crazy.
insane.
So that's the sort of media you can obviously push out there. Yeah, righto.
It's
That's interesting.
similar. Look, supercars is obviously difficult enough,
Yep.
as we've said.
No, it's a good
and,
question because I thought maybe
I
you know,
like
it's different.
what British Touring Cars is doing. I love they do that because we've always said like you engage with the fans more. If you can only film paddock
So
stuff,
Yeah, it's crazy.
what
And
are
they
you
look
meant to
sick as
show?
well.
It looks
insane.
sick. Who's your media guy? Because I've been following his stuff.
Yeah, I had Downshift Media. So his
I
name
love
was
his
Rob.
music. I love his music.
I
choices.
helped him with that.
You did?
Yeah. So he was
Yeah.
really flexible. Like he was honestly like one of the best I've worked with. He's the only I've worked with actually with the media stuff. But yeah, he was really cool. Like he was always talking to me like, oh, what do I want to have in a video? Like what do I want to do? He really wanted to work around me and do whatever I wanted, what music I wanted to use, what sort of shots do I want. He was like super cool, and the quality of stuff that he could produce was just like.
Was he kind of
proper.
guy that had so many clients on a weekend, but would
Yeah.
still?
So he
time?
would have me for the whole year. We'd signed for the whole year. Then he was also, I think about a couple rounds in, he then got recruited by Toka, so by Touring Cars.
Wow.
So he got recruited by them to do all their filming.
Yeah.
So he was then contracted them, and then he had a couple little other guys throughout the grid that he'd do personally as well.
I loved his content, and I was
So,
following you there
yeah,
and
and,
seeing
and
that.
a couple of we don't need to watch this.
What is this? So Dusty's found
Yeah.
something here.
All right.
He crawls
I
through the
did some-
internet and he finds all sorts of
Did you
stuff
do
here.
this? So this is the Ferrari Driver Academy,
Yeah, this was back in 2023. Yeah.
So this is in Australia. No, this is overseas.
Malaysia, Sepang.
Okay.
Wait, because I did this 2 years. I think this was the second year.
2024, is it?
No, I did it in 2022.
So you had Lincoln Taylor from GR Cup. Was Lachlan Hennock doing this with you?
Yeah, this was in 2023. I did it in 2022 as well.
So what was this all about? How did this all work?
Well, basically, Motorsport Australia announced, because they have a partnership with the Ferrari Driver Academy thing with the scouting program, because
Yeah.
they do all the scouting programs over like the Asia Oceania region, and they got like the Europe one and everything like that. So this was the Asia Oceania, basically.
So what? So these guys
scouting
are
program.
part of Ferrari.
Yeah.
right.
So the guy you just would have seen on the screen was actually a data engineer at Ferrari.
That's a good last name. Go.
William Go. He was a good bloke.
Is he
A lot of
good?
the people there, yeah, he was quite good. He won this. I'm pretty-
That's a good one. We don't know him, so it's all
He
good.
could
But,
have actually won it. Yeah.
Does he go all right?
he was quite fast, but
So how did-
I'm just I missed you. Take the credit. You're taking the credit.
take the credit, mate. I'll watch that.
Rightio. So the
had-
fastest time wins an
Anyway,
F1
so
F1 test or something? what do you win out of it?
I wish. No, so this was to get into the like Ferrari Driver Academy. So obviously
Yeah,
the
right.
F1 teams have their academies,
Yeah.
and this was to get scouted for them. So they're just looking around the world basically to then. So there was like all the regional selections, and then it would go to the final selection. So this
Okay.
was the regional to then get selected from the final.
Who's this guy?
Another Australian.
Kamal Murad. He does Porsche Michelin Sprint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Aussie Tyres sponsor. That's right.
Yeah, that's
So,
Yeah.
and then like, did they tell you exactly what you would get if you did win this? Like, what do
No.
you get a part of the academy? Like, that's
the thing.
that's just the thing
This
that
is the
I've
thing.
been involved in academies when I was younger.
A lot of the people that basically have no clue They're just going there because they think they can get that in Ferrari Driver Academy, then they'll pay for their racing. That is not the case 100%. One bit. You would then have a chance to probably get an offer there. You can deny the offer yourself if you really want to, but you probably, best case scenario, you're going to get maybe 50% paid for your racing career. 50% best case scenario. You'd still have to bring a lot more. And a lot of kids these days are paying to be in the academies as well. They're not even getting it.
This is the problem that people, the public don't realise. Even some of the Red Bull academies, Mercedes driver development.
And the Alpine, a lot of them are like...
It doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
Just pause it.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying, if you get scouted for this, great, you're a fast driver, but... because a lot of people don't know this stuff. You're going to still have to pay your way.
It's not free.
100%.
Yeah.
No. So you'll get the Ferrari. You might even just like... there's a lot of stuff to do with this with some people that have been in there from that I know of how they got in there as well.
Yeah.
Backdoor deals and all sorts of stuff.
I mean, one of the guys was called Enzo that was on screen before.
Yeah, he's probably
Enzo,
related. He's
Why was he chosen?
Ferrari.
He's related. He must be related.
Was he your last name Enzo?
No, his first name was Enzo.
Last name.
Look, Sebastian Vettel, maybe. Next Sebastian. Look, all I'm saying is it's really cool, but you're not gonna.
It's not a free ticket. You're not success.
I didn't even want to go for that second year because of how much of a shit fest the first year was for me.
Yeah,
like I was pretty fast. I was basically topping all the times in all the tests, and then it goes. So I made it to then. Yeah, there's like 3 days, and then you have to make it to the third day. So it was like the top 6 make it to the third day.
Yeah. Based on times only?
Based on times and some physical assessments, media assessments, all that.
There you go.
But so I made it to that third day, and then we'd do 2 practice runs, a quali run, and then a race run for that third day. So like simulations and that.
Yeah.
In my quali sim, I think I was like mid-pack. I think it was like second or third fastest. And then come the race sim, I was like dead last. At practice, I was fastest out of everyone. But basically what had happened, we were using a tyre called Lan Sales.
Okay, never heard of that.
Some Chinese cheap tyre. And what we'd worked out from like doing the testing the previous days is once the tyre had gone through a heat cycle, it could be completely different. So you could either have a really good new tyre run and it'd be like a really good tyre, and then it would go through its heat cycle, then once you go onto it again, it'd be awful, like undrivable, or it'd be undrivable on the new tyre, and then when you go back onto the tyre again, once it's been through the heat cycle, it'd be like pretty good again. So it was just super unpredictable. And what had happened is I'd gone into quali, the car just doesn't feel the same. I'm like half a second off what I was doing like before, and it's just not good.
Sounds like Formula One, Ferrari's Formula One strategy. I'm joking.
So I'm thinking right now, okay, I've got a bad set, I would be good in the race. And then it just got 20 times worse. So this kid who'd basically, like, I'd been faster than him the whole weekend. He couldn't really get near me. He's like, he went out after me for the race simulation, because we had to space each other out on the track.
Yeah.
He'd went out after me. He'd caught up to me and passed me. And this kid had he got close to me, but he'd never really been faster than me at all the whole weekend. And now he's just magically pulled in and gone past. So that was a horrible experience for 2022. And then basically 2023, I didn't want to do it. And then Dad convinced me to do it. So they wanted me to come because I'd already done the year over with high tech. So I was pretty good. They wanted me there. So we're like, yeah, we'll come do it. And again, we had another shocker. Something else went completely wrong. Like I was fastest in my group the whole time. I was fastest in so this time they did 2 quali sims. I was fastest in the first quali sim by 3/10 to everyone. Then we go to the second quali sim. I go slower than my time before by 3/10 on lower fuel. So we're like, what's happened? And then it comes to the race run and I'm slowest in both of them.
But do you look through the data and be like, this is where it was?
We looked through it all, and honestly, we couldn't have an answer. I think the clutch was slipping because basically it felt like
power just straight.
It felt like wheel spin off the corners. I said that to them. They checked over the car. They didn't check if the clutch was slipping, but I think that's what it was in the end.
Enough.
And it was just
it was just for them. Maybe it's like
let's move on to the next sort of topic.
And that's where it's one fine line. So
it's just
it's all the same.
Crazy.
That's really disappointing. Being in front of those things, like you try the experience out, you see how it goes.
Yeah.
You got Motorsport Australia behind it, so can be exciting.
No, it's a cool experience, but you honestly, looking at it now, you're not really getting anything out of it if you go in there. Like you're going there to to maybe have some fun and some experience with it all. If you
I
really
guess
want to
you
go there for that,
Yeah.
Put it on
it
your
is cool.
resume
It was
like
cool.
for sponsorship stuff.
When you're trying to get your name
but-
out there, like how hard do you work on it trying to get your name like out there?
You can do so much, like all the media stuff. That's what we're trying to do a lot, is trying to get it out through that. But
So you got
it's
a
just-
manager at the moment, or are you doing it all yourself? Or
Not
how
really.
is-
I had Downshift Media. He was doing like all the content and sort of side of things, and had another dude, Dan.
Yep. So he was helping you with the sponsorship
He was
acquisition.
no,
or
no.
is
So
it-
he was running my socials. So he would write a bunch of reports and then send them off. He'd help me get some opportunities somewhere, but it's still so hard with it all. Like we have someone here in SA. It's called the Helix Group, who trying to help us out for like the past sort of 3 years. But it's just so hard because the numbers we're talking to be able to keep going in the open wheeler side of things. It's just.
Yeah, and the
it's not-
Australian companies don't see a
Yeah.
massive benefit for if you look at their exposure and how you can activate that
Yeah.
over there for an Australian company.
It's just-
what's the point?
So 1 in a million, like, and that's the thing. That's why you have to sell your personality. Like, look at Mike Webber with
Well-
Yellow Pages.
Well,
it's
you
like,
can do investment.
You're-
Some drivers, Junior, they'll sell part of their earnings.
That was
future
what we were
earnings.
trying to do,
Yeah.
but we didn't know how it was going to work out, to be honest, because we
Have you
didn't
heard about that?
yeah, sort of, but
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it.
So some
Yeah.
investors might invest in you. and
Yeah, it's
put-
basically like a stock kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You're
So it's-
investing a percentage into the person, and then you'll get a percentage return when you make F1.
Yes, correct. Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
Well,
I
they
guess.
can
It
make
is.
a return and actually make
Yeah.
their money back plus more.
Absolutely,
Or it's a
yeah.
risk.
Out of
and they
those
don't
20
get-
drivers on the grid for sure.
So
It's a very hard thing because in the day you're trying to sell a personality because it's what's going to go, especially for Australian companies.
So 2024 rolls in, and then you're doing F4 again.
Yeah, in
Yep.
Australia. So,
Yeah.
we had a great season in 2023.
Yep.
With high tech, finished 5th in the championship for rookie season.
Yeah.
It was actually we had a good season. I think I had 2 wins.
That's pretty good. How many drivers are there that done the full
There
championship?
was like 30 odd throughout
Yeah,
the whole
right.
thing, because there was like some drivers that come in and out
Yep.
throughout the year, but we'd roughly get like 26 drivers on the grid, but all up
Yep.
there was probably like 30 something drivers.
Yep.
With them coming in and out. But yeah, I finished 5th in the championship with high tech.
Were you the
plan-
highest high tech?
I was second highest.
Second, yep.
The guy who was higher than me, he was fighting for the championship basically,
Okay.
all the
Yep.
way until the last round. It's good year.
That's good.
And then the plan was to basically go to GB3, move up. We got a seat with high tech. We'd had it all sorted, had the seat ready. We got told the numbers that we needed to get together, and it was not looking good after that.
Yeah.
So it was basically, it was a little bit more than what we'd paid for the 2023 year, but you would only be doing 7 rounds, because it would only be just the GB3 championship. So it'd be that sort of figure, probably a little bit more than what we did for 2023, but yeah, we just couldn't basically afford to do it.
So you're looking at say 800, something like that, 6 to
Yeah.
800.
Yeah.
And then what's Formula 3 International, like the FIA Formula 3? What's
No,
the budgets for
so-
that?
For that?
Yeah.
So you're talking 1.5 million euro.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah. Some people, do you know?
So that's like double. So hang on, no. So that's like 3 to 4 times what GB3 is. About 3 times.
yeah. Oh no,
Rough.
it's like 2 times. It's like
2 times. Double.
Yeah.
Double. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but you're talking euro.
Oh.
No, you're talking
Yeah,
so 7.
maybe 3.
Yeah.
So you're talking
3
like
times GB3.
but it's
For
it's-
FIA
But the
Formula
thing is, the FIA 3 and 2, you're traveling the cars all over the
Yeah.
world.
I get where the costs are.
Plus, you're
Yeah.
paying the damage. You're paying F1 fee weekends. You're paying
The cars are different as well.
Cars are different.
Yeah. Are they a lot
The-
faster? In
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A
I
lot.
thought they
Yeah.
would be.
Yep.
That's why they made the in-between step from F4 to F3. They made the GB3s, the Freckers, the Euro Cups. They made all them because the step was just too big.
Renault.
And it still
Renault.
is.
They-
Yeah,
Some of the
yeah.
Renault stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
It still is too big. Like
Yeah.
even from
Yeah.
like GB3 to F3, like drivers still do struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The ones that aren't obviously.
There's
Max
F3
Verstappen
cars.
struggle, but-
You driven an F3 test?
I've driven
Yeah.
the GB3, so I had to test
Yeah.
it because High Tech wanted to know
Yeah.
if I'd be any good. They liked me in the car.
So like a Formula
they could work with
4,
me.
try and tell some of the public like the difference between a Formula 4 and
Yeah.
then a sparked up green tyre Formula 3.
Yeah,
The
so-
difference is just
So like basically the Formula 4, it would produce I think about 100 kg of downforce. the GB3, the old GB3, they got a new one in now. I don't know what the numbers are for that, but the old one produced about 600 kg of downforce.
So you're looking at
5 times.
4 times, something like that.
Yeah.
The downforce and
then
bigger wheel, bigger tires.
Bigger wheel, bigger tires, bigger wings. It'd go roughly maybe a little bit faster in a straight line as well, so bigger engine. Had a diff.
Lap times, like percentage.
So lap times. So I did it at SNET. I did the track there. That's where I did my test, and I done it in F4. I don't know what percentage is, but
so like a one. What would it be?
So you do about a 148 in a F4.
Like quality times.
Quality times, like proper fast.
Like 48.
And then in the GB3, you're talking 142.
Yeah, so like 5-6 seconds.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think.
Yeah, okay.
I can't actually remember because it was a couple years back.
Physicality and whatnot.
But that's massive.
Yeah.
It is.
When you look at it.
It is. It does add more. It does add more steps, and it's one thing like jumping.
All paddle shift.
Yeah,
They're all gone. towards that now.
Foot clutch still in the GB3s.
Yep.
Once you get to FIA3, then you got the hand clutch.
Yep.
But they're
right.
a proper car.
But that's crazy. The budget's hanging back onto that for a second. From GB3 to FIA Formula 3, the budgets, man. That's insane.
That's so frustrating because it's like, okay, you can do Sonso and F4, but like, what are you meant to keep going when you're like, wow, that's what we have to come up with? Obviously,
Yeah, it's eye-watering. And a lot of the supercar boys that have gone over there and tried to sort of do that route are the same. They come back with their tail between their legs because it's insanity, the money you're up against in those European families that have insane unlimited budgets, and they might be as good as you as a driver, but they can develop quicker and race more, and they end up just
everything's seat time,
and the opportunities for them just come at them so much easier because they have the budget for it all.
And you don't care to rip a wing off and stuff like that, so you can send it and then it works. But that's a shame. So you didn't do the GB3 in 2024. You moved back to Australia for a year.
Came back to Australia. Wasn't really planning on doing anything at all because like there was nothing that we wanted to do in Australia at this point in time. And then we got the call from Adam. He was starting up. Well, no, he wasn't starting up for this one, but he was basically taking part in the Australian F4 Championship. Right. We got a quote from Adam about it all, and we're like, well, we can afford to do this. It's within our budget.
AGI Sport.
Yeah, AGI. And basically we're like, why not? Let's do it. Let's keep in a car for this year. And look at opportunities for 2025.
Did they race with the old F3s? Was that like a joint championship last year?
No, so in 2023, they had the Formula Open.
Yes, so it wasn't that,
that's
was
when
it?
they had So they had a proper, it was Australian F4 that we had about probably 6-7 cars.
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle street. I saw it first, and it's growing a bit.
It is growing now, but they also ran them with the Gen 1 cars as well to make the fields a bit bigger.
They had no halos and whatnot.
But we went and did that. I think I won the first 9 races.
You had JP Drake, I'm pretty sure, racing with you when the Gentleman's Cup.
He jumped in an F4. He was having some fun in one of them.
I'm pretty sure, like, from what JP was saying, like, they just needed drivers on the grid, and he was happy to jump in. You know,
right. So you did that 2024. That was last year.
Won that.
Yep, won the championship.
Cool. Yeah. And then so basically, then we come into 2025, and we're like, what are we going to do now? So we actually at the end of the year we're basically thinking about it, and we're like, let's start looking at Porsche because that's probably the next sort of option we have in Australia. I think it's to do some Porsche. We're looking at doing Michelin Sprint. That was what we're going to do. I texted Cam Hill.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Sprint Challenge is like your Super 2 of Carrera Cup. Yeah. They use the older cars and they race them at a couple of supercar meetings, and the rest are part of
SRO.
Yeah. So that's what you were looking at.
Yeah. So we're looking at that. We're like, oh, this is going to be a way to Porsche. We're going to try this out basically. So I've had a chat with Cam. Asked him anything he recommended or if he had any cars basically he wanted to run in Sprint Challenge. We talked to him. I think we're about to go contact GWR.
Yep.
So we're going to go contact them. And then so part of the Australian F4 Championship, on the tail end of that, because the championship then got completely moved around and ended in Dubai. Australian Championship ended in Dubai.
The sprint challenge.
No. So this is for F4. Sorry.
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
So yeah, I've just gone back and
Yep.
put it. So the F4 basically ended in Dubai, and then had
GB3.
F4 Australian F4.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Ended
Yep.
in Dubai.
Yeah, righto.
So a bit random.
Was that part of the Lamborghini Super Trofeo, I think? No.
No.
Okay.
They had that in Adelaide.
And anyway, yeah, sorry.
So that ended in Dubai, and then after that they had the Abu Dhabi F1 round, because then that went into another series, like the F4 Trophy Series.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then basically we got convinced from AGI. They gave us a really good deal to do that round.
Yeah.
At the F1 because they needed a good driver. They had some good drivers, but they really wanted me because I'd had some strong results over there, and they really wanted me there to help build the brand.
So they gave you a good deal, sort of thing. Yeah.
So they gave us good deals. So we went and did that, and we basically, my engineer used to work at Roden. Well, used to work at Carlin when it was that, but then that changed into Roden. And he'd basically put me on to because the F2 teams were there. So they then came over to me, approached me, asked me what I was doing next year. We said, we've got no clue at all. Then they gave me an offer to do F4. Again, British F4 with Roden. So basically that came up and we're like, all right. They're like, they gave us what it was going to be for the year. We said, we can't afford that. Then they go, what can you afford? We told them the numbers, and then basically, like, done.
It's crazy that you can just haggle with them.
So
it's like
it's
you go to Bali and you're just like, how much for the shirt? $20. Nah. And then you walk away
That's
and
a
they'll
good way
give
to
you
do
$10.
things.
$10. Nah. And then $5. And then you go and buy the shirt. That's crazy
That's
to
great.
me.
But that was the thing. So they just needed a good driver because they had some
Yep.
drivers lined up because they were going through a period with the changing over, and they just changed
from
team manager.
Roden to Carlin, like
Yeah.
Carlin to Roden.
Yeah, so
Did they
just-
buy them out or something?
Yeah.
Or what was the story of
Carlin
that?
had some issues.
Okay.
And then Dicker came in
Yep.
and bought the team.
New Zealand
He was a
guy,
co-partner with them, and then they had some more issues.
Right.
And then he just bought the whole team.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the F4 team was changing team managers as well during this time, and they hadn't really had anyone good signed for F4. They had some drivers, but they weren't competitive, like
Yep.
challenging for the championship sort of drivers.
Yep.
So then they approached us, and that's where we got the good deal. And then we're like, all right, well, that's what we're doing in 2025. So then we just didn't even contact GWR, none of that.
Yeah, just go for that's
we're
so
just
good.
Because the thing was, we just wanted to get back over to Europe.
Yeah.
And we weren't we had offers to do British F4 again in 2024, but it just wasn't with a top team at the time. And we're like, we're not going to go back there once we've been with a top team to then go fight with a mid-pack team to try and win. There's no point.
You look
100%.
bad. You make your brand
That's the
damage
thing.
and stuff
So
like that.
we went back with a good team, and yeah, I mean, we had a pretty strong year this
So
year.
this is this year. What sort of results have you sort of had a few wins?
I had the most wins on the
Yeah,
grid.
right.
So I had 6 wins in total.
Yep.
2 pole positions.
Yeah.
A couple of podiums in between as well.
I saw a lot
that's
of
good,
traction
man.
on your end. Like there was
Yeah.
a lot, even the articles coming out.
And your
like,
championship.
And
how
then
did
I
that?
finished second.
What do you get?
How many points off?
I was, I think, 30 or 40.
And how did that go
But-
down? Was he just more consistent, or
He
he
was-
had some DNFs? Did you? Or?
Plain and simple, he just more consistent. But that's due to me having DNFs. So I think I had 2 or 3 DNFs throughout the season.
See, if it was in the finals format, supercars, he'd probably would have.
He would have come back.
Oh no! If it was finals format, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like last round, I had double pole position, 1 race 1 and 1 race 3 because race 2 is a reverse grid.
So you needed him
Full
to
reverse?
finish like 5 spots down to win the championship. If
I
you
needed
won.
him to basically DNF qualifying going into that weekend.
Did
He didn't do that.
is it a full reverse or is it like a reverse
It
top
was
10?
top 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which is it used in 2023. It used to be a full reverse, and I remember I put it on pole at Silverstone, and I had to start dead last in
It's like
race
the
2.
British touring cars did that.
But the thing
Yeah,
was, I
yeah.
came through and I finished, I think, 12th.
Yeah.
Like, and you can get overtaking points as well, which
Yeah,
is cool.
right.
So you get a maximum of 10, and I got that. So it was like cherry on top right there.
Oh,
So you've nearly won that, won heaps of stuff, and then now you're in 2026 or
Yeah.
in a month. And
No,
what are you planning? sell the soul, sell some organs, and
Yeah, that's the plan.
well, really,
So
you need to
kidney,
go to F3. Like that's the logical step.
Well, yeah,
but,
I'm too old now.
Yeah.
Basically, like I'm a 19, but I'm
Yeah.
too old.
yeah, it's crazy.
Well, how old are the kids in F3? Like what?
Well,
F-
so Arvid, who's just signed for Racing Bulls, he is 18. He's a year younger than me.
Makes me
So
feel
he
sick.
must have
He's
raced in
07.
F2 and
He's-
F3 when
he's
he was like
07.
16, 15, 16,
My
17.
God.
So he raced F2 this year.
So when
So
he's
he's
17, 18.
17, 18.
Yeah.
And the year before he was 16,
In
17.
F2?
In F3.
Oh, F3. So he went straight from F3 to F2.
He went straight from F4 to F3, then F3 to F2.
Yeah.
But the cooler thing was Kimi Antonelli. He went from F4 to Formula Regional.
Yeah.
Formula Regional to F2. Didn't even do F3.
What's regional?
So regional is like the in between the F4 and the F3.
Right. Is that just a spec'd up F3? Hang on.
F4.
Yeah.
Kind of the
Right.
chassis. It's just basically just got some more errors. So Formula Regional is basically like a GB3.
Yeah.
It's just
okay.
it's
And
called
where do they
Freca.
race those?
So Formula Regional, so Freca, that's raced in Europe basically.
Right.
So that's like
So I guess it's like
Italy,
Europeans' version of GB3.
basically. Well, that Formula Regional is basically that, and then GB3 is actually like the UK version of it. If that makes
Okay,
sense. They're
right.
like the main champions. So now
Right.
the new, so it's now called FREC, which is Formula Regional European
They keep
Championship.
changing this.
I
stuff,
get confused.
Man. No,
by-
every
yeah.
couple of years gets changed. Like, remember when it was GP3
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
GP2?
That's how I remember it as when I was
Yeah.
growing up.
But it was F2 and F3 back before GP3.
Yeah,
Yes.
then it became that, and then it's gone back to F3.
God.
And then there used to be a British F3, and
Yeah, and British F3 was like probably better than F3 European at times. Like
Oh,
it just
yeah,
got
it was-
twisted. So
and there's so much going on. Like
Honestly.
you really have to be like focused in it if
Yeah.
you want to know it. But
Yeah,
and
you
you've
gotta-
got Chinese and you got the Middle
They've
Eastern
got those
stuff.
hardcore fans. You probably had people come up to you and knew you at all the racetracks.
Yeah,
and-
we had lots. Like
Yeah, in
not
F4.
being like, oh, I'm super cool, but no, we had like lots of people. Like we had signing sessions at every race basically, and you'd be there for a good 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
That's
just
great.
Signing,
Would they
signing cards.
emphasize that because you're Australian and that was pretty special?
It wasn't just. It was like the whole grid.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, everyone's there, and then you get the people as you're walking to and from the grids. Like sometimes they come up to you. They come up with photos.
What's the
of
weirdest
you.
thing you've signed?
Weirdest thing I've signed? I don't even know. You've signed like people's tops,
Yeah,
people's
yeah.
like so all the officials, they wear like their garments. They get all them signed.
Yeah.
I've signed a duck.
A duck?
Dark?
Yeah. I've signed a cake.
How did you do it without wrecking it?
It
You
was
indented
it
or
was-
something?
No. So it was like a fondant top, and then she had edible pens.
Righto. It's cool.
Wow.
whatever. So I signed. That's probably a cake.
You wanted to
Okay.
eat Jimmy.
No, it was a
Far out. We're moving on now. And,
it was a
FIA.
birthday cake.
Birthday
It was a
cake.
and
Happy
everyone
birthday.
signed it, not
Birthday
just me.
suit.
Okay.
Right, changing topic. FIA developed an anti-launch safety device for karting.
I've
So
seen
I
this.
haven't even seen this. So
I've
usually
seen
on top
this.
of all
You've
these
seen this?
devices.
This-
So
Yeah.
what are we looking at?
September
Dusty?
this came out. So obviously the safety device in regards to their starts, they're trying to make sure that they're not having accidents happen on
Right.
race starts because it happens a lot in karting. Would you agree, Jimmy? Like it's
Yeah, nowadays, like a rollover is common for a
I've
weekend.
seen, but they had another design that they had over the wheels.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is just another like a
This
type
one's a
of-
couple months old, or a couple months old, you could say.
Is
But,
this happening?
yes, it is happening.
No, but like, is it implemented or just developing? Because it says here, developing.
It's basically in a stage where it should be launched by next
Is
year.
that right?
I think I've seen some TikToks of some kids running them.
Yeah.
But
I-
is this going to create?
testing it.
Is this going to create like more bumper car style racing? Like,
Oh, it's awful over there already with that.
but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, why are
mean,
they trying to do this?
There's a couple of things in karts. If you obviously you bump someone with your front bumper, you can get a penalty.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't exist.
Not
Yeah.
in Europe.
Well, I
in
mean, no,
Australia,
so-
it is.
No, it
Yeah.
does exist over there, but they
Right.
do them so tight that the nose
Yeah.
cone will actually indent itself before they come in.
But can't you just mandate the tension that you're
I
tight?
don't even know what it is these days.
Yeah.
I'm
You're out of
I've
that.
gone from karting.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
happily gone as
This,
well.
this would be like a video game, like 3, 2, 1, go, and you just hold the button down and then.
Well, there's more politics in karting than cars, man.
yeah.
Like seriously, 110%. There's more politics.
That's why I make skits on it. It's
It's just insane. But yeah, that's an interesting one. We'll put up this.
I just
for
find
the
it
viewers
interesting.
and-
I've seen a lot of people against it. I know people don't like change. They didn't like the finals format being changed, but it'll be interesting to see how this works.
But then the same people were complaining because the championship was boring at the end of the year.
yeah, is
That's
karting as raw as it has
Yeah,
it been?
I don't know
Of
how
course.
I feel about the finals format if we want to get into that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
well-
think about it though, like Brock Feeney's had an amazing year,
Yeah,
and then he's just been kind of
Yeah.
done over in that last. But then you also
But that was
think
the game, though.
that is the game.
Yeah.
That is what it is now. I
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
that, but it's also just like it's a bit different.
It's different because
People
we
have to get
aren't used to it.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah, yeah.
And
We're
then
not
you also-
calibrated
And then
to
you think
sort of-
about it from like Kai Allen's perspective, like he's had a super cool rookie season, but then like, has he had a good enough season to win the whole freaking V8 Supercar championship?
Yeah.
Well, you can look at football. I know
But
people
still,
hate a football coach, like in terms of comparing it, but the team on the day could sneak
Could do
through,
it. Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they're the premiership.
Exactly.
Kai Allen won the championship.
True,
like
true.
It is. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I think
it is
motorsport
cool, though.
community just needs to give it a few years and get used to it because it is exciting.
Yeah,
It
but
is exciting.
Like Gold
saying
Coast,
that, I think-
Sandown, Adelaide created that element.
Yeah,
that-
I think Adelaide is the only actual V8 Supercar race I ever watched this year.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you been,
But that was due
Did you come to watch?
being
Or-
a-
No, I was working,
Okay.
but I watched it.
It
So
was-
you were working at the track, or you,
No. So I
okay.
got a different. I brought a
Right.
pub basically.
What
Yeah,
pub?
yeah.
Oh, we won't
Re-
throw that. Oh, should we? Yeah, that's right.
If you
Give it a
want-
shout out.
Ramsgate.
Yeah, nice.
Ramsgate
Rami.
Hotel,
Rami.
Rami.
Yeah,
Sick.
Rami.
If you guys need to sponsor
Actually,
a young talent,
not the Rami anymore.
Ah,
Can't call it the Rami.
what's it called?
Just the Ramsgate Hotel.
It's a Rami. Let's go to the
Ramsgate
Rami.
Hotel, you'll find this kid. If you can sponsor him, we would appreciate that. But that's awesome. I think the final system, it's going to stay on. That'd be entertaining. But poor Brock. We all said it.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
I will say Adelaide was the best event. So
That is a mega
like-
event.
yeah,
the
like-
BP Adelaide Grand
Yeah.
Final would
We've-
have to be
yeah.
the best event of the year.
We've been
Like,
around everywhere, and
We've
it is the
been
best event still.
everywhere.
Yeah. So what do you got here?
I've got a
Just
few
a
sneaky
special.
ones here. So this is one here, iRacing. Obviously, you'd probably do a lot of iRacing
I don't know
yourself.
racing.
You do know. Ah.
I don't do.
Maybe
any
that's why you
iRacing.
come second in the championship.
Maybe.
Yeah. Don't be so
that's
rude.
A dig.
This
That's
is
a dig. All right, Adelaide Street Circuit. So when you race here next year in a Ute, you can.
It's made it. That's how good of a track it is. It's made it to
So
iRacing.
yeah, it's made it to iRacing. So funny enough, some of the signage here is from last
Oh wait,
year. I reckon.
Adelaide's on.
Dude,
It's on
Adelaide
iRacing. This is brand new
just been
today.
like
Like
today.
18 hours ago.
Today.
This is brand new.
Maybe I got to whip it out
Get it
because I
out,
remember I
mate.
had it on. What happened on R Factor?
Well, no, you look at some of the onboard stuff here. It's
It looks very realistic.
it is, and
Did they scan it this year or last year?
no, last year, but I reckon they did some more this
They
year.
had to have.
No, well, they wouldn't have released it 2 weeks after. They would have done all the scanning last year. So you can just see the graphics
Looks.
here. We'll try and
There's
get
your old
this
sponsor.
working.
I might try and go to my house. You reckon
Yeah.
I could make it
Yeah,
out there.
I don't know
You reckon
about
they've done
that.
the city?
Done the city, surely.
But you look at some of the onboard.
the
if we,
hotels
if
would
we
be
skip it,
It looks.
forward.
It looks.
Have you used it yet? Or you only just come out today, didn't it?
No, it just came out today.
Okay. So look at the onboard. Like for me, being raced in here like 2 weeks ago, I can appreciate the detail in the bumps, the curbs, the shadows, even the curb profiles. Like it's really, even the distances from one corner to the next. You know, in some sims, you sort of, that's not right. This is so real.
I can tell 2024 sponsors are all on the side.
Yeah, but like, how good is it? Like the iRacing's done a deal with the Adelaide
The Adelaide
government.
Street Circuit.
That's
man.
awesome. We've got
pretty
2
cool.
tracks now on iRacing.
Yes, we got. But Ben is also on iRacing.
So that's pretty cool. I thought I'd highlight that.
Do you reckon that they got the turn 8 concrete damage on, so like it'll push the concrete wall out when you hit it?
Randall wouldn't like that, would
Nah.
he? Another quick note. How do you think Hadjar's going to go in the Red Bull next year?
It's going to be a curse. Is it going
You
to
reckon
be?
he needs to play some Harry Potter or something? Know some like
Unless he knows
some sort of
something. I mean, they have,
spells or
Well,
something.
it's an all new car. It's a brand new car.
and they've just fired one of their key staff as well, Red Bull as well.
Have you seen Helmut Marko's?
Oh
car?
yeah,
Marco's
have you
out.
heard the rumors about all that
he
stuff?
signed
Alex Dunn and Arvid
without
telling Red Bull.
Hang on.
So
what?
Yeah.
So there's a rumor. I've read it. My dad told me
Rumour?
about
Yeah,
it.
I
it's
love
re-
rumour
it's
mills.
Well,
fresh.
that might be real, but yeah.
Okay.
So Dad told me about it the other day. Then I seen it on my own feed, and it's basically so Helmut Marko had signed Arvid, and so Arvid to RB. I'm pretty sure this is what I read.
Right. To Racing Bull.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then Alex Dunn to the junior team. So Alex Dunn left McLaren maybe 2 months ago.
Right.
So Alex Dunn is in a position where he can't fund any of the racing himself,
Right.
like with his family. So he's had to work really hard for sponsors, and he got the McLaren deal for FIA F3
Yep.
for his first year. And then he had it for F2 for this year as well, and he's been with them. And then basically he's then just left McLaren kind of out of the blue.
Right.
And you're thinking like,
Why?
oh, yeah, you're thinking why, you're thinking all these sort of things. And then the obvious case was, yeah, he's clearly got either drive an F1
Yep.
or drive at another junior sort of program that's paying for more of his drive.
So the rumor is that Alex Dunn was going to Red Bull. or Racing Bulls?
No, he was going to their junior team, I think.
Junior team.
I think.
What
Have
does
you got
that
the
mean?
article?
What's a junior team? Like in terms of like what's he racing?
Oh, so he'd be in the Red Bull junior team. So he'd just have Red Bull over his car for F2.
For F2 next year.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Or wherever they.
So
want
he
him.
was that,
Might,
and
they
then
might be like a reserve driver.
So what? Okay, so he's done that, and then he's put Hadjar still in.
Yeah,
so
I don't
marker.
know if helmet marker had anything to do with Hadjar with the Red Bull or anything like that. But yeah, he hadn't told Red Bull any of this. So he'd put a contract in front of Alex. Alex had signed the contract.
Yeah.
And then Red Bull had no clue. Then they found out, and then helmet markers left or whatever.
But isn't that what helmet Marco's meant to be doing?
And
like it's doing
but
deals.
he kind of needs to tell Red Bull about
Yeah,
it
it probably
when
sounds-
he's giving Red Bull's money to a driver.
But that's the whole thing with the Red Bull chain. Like the guy died, Dietrich Mateschitz, who was the head Red
guy.
Bull guy, and now the board structure is obviously slightly different. So, and then Christian Horner's left, so maybe that's something to do with helmets. It's a
no
big
clue,
change.
But yeah, so Alex got the contract or something like that.
Wow.
And then now the rumor is that they've had to break the contract, so they've had to pay Alex a
Exit clause or something.
bunch of
I
money.
bet they had, which must have been worse.
So he's now just signed for F2 as well with Roden for a second year.
Yeah, right.
So he would
We'll have
have.
the exit money.
So I reckon.
he's used the exit money to fund it.
Yeah,
with
the
Roden.
way he's doing that is
Wow.
through a broken
Well
contract.
deserved if he's
But
been
that-
working hard.
Okay,
on it.
but like that's dumb.
But this is
No,
all
no,
rumors,
but I know all
rumors.
rumors, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, how dumb is that to Red Bull? Think about it this way, right? Say they say no, we didn't want to sign him. Why wouldn't you just put him in the car and keep him there?
Yeah.
Because you're going to pay him the exit clause anyway.
Yeah, but it might have been.
No,
Maybe they
Right,
didn't
I had
want
to pay
him.
more or something.
Yeah, it might be like half.
Could have been someone else
something.
who promised
Wow.
promised drive. So
That's
it's
crazy.
very interesting. So
But Helmut Marko's gone. He wasn't friendly.
No.
On the camera, like
Well,
who knows? But like,
Yeah, well, I mean, like, because I know Arvid because I was his teammate, and like Arvid's like, Helmut Marko sent me a happy birthday message, and he was like stoked about that.
he looks like an old
So it's
wizard,
not
like an
like
old
a-
wizard.
you want to be on his good side.
it's hard
I'm
to
sure.
tell.
He's like
as
Professor
well.
Snape
Yeah.
or something. You know, like he's really.
He
You
is,
don't want to
I'm
cross
sure.
him, do you?
Nah.
You want to be on his good side if you have that, and that's a blessing. But you probably never will be. So
Well, he's gone now.
He's
so
gone.
That's gone.
You know, but he's been in the sport that many years. Like he's probably needs to retire. And,
so new cars
Yeah.
next year, 2026.
yeah, where's Horndog
cars.
going to be?
He might
Horndog's
be
coming back.
He is. He is.
What?
Have you heard the rumor?
Oh,
You're making one up right now.
yeah. I wish that was
Start it right
the
here.
case.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should move on to off-turf clips of the week, which is thanks to Ballman Turf. This is basically clips that we bring in. Sure.
Oh, this is a good one.
So first is the angry go-karter. This is what you don't do in motorsport.
I've got a.
He's
I'm
got a-
thinking he's at Leonardo and he throws something at someone.
Oh, I love this one.
Is it the
This
one I'm
my
thinking?
favourite
This is
go
this
kart
is one of my-
video.
Yeah.
He's not a happy
this
chappy.
This is at Leonardo in Italy.
You raced it?
Yeah, at South Garda in Italy. I've raced here.
Did he get him or he hit someone else?
You didn't get him.
Someone else.
Oh, the poor bastard that sort of
This kid
got
got,
hit by
this got banned from the track.
10 years or something.
Is he come back or?
Nah, he's been banned for like a while.
Have you not seen the actual fight?
I've just seen that.
Have you not
there's
seen the
one-
fight,
Oh no,
dude?
there's one when
Oh,
they come
wow.
into the pits
Dude,
like after.
Dude.
He fully goes up.
He spear tackles him, dude.
Oh, mental.
So that's probably what sold it for him.
Oh, yeah,
that's
definitely.
probably
No,
what-
that's bad. But
That's
what he does
bad,
later
yeah.
is way worse.
yeah. Because I never saw any of that's the only footage I've seen.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I
yeah.
thought that
Oh
was
no,
a-
it
He's
gets
gone
worse.
viral,
Like they
man.
fully have like a punt. Like he pushes him into like it's like a fence, but then there's like a concrete sort of bottom as well. He pushes him straight into that,
Yeah,
and
dude.
it's all
Yeah.
It's
over
almost as
him.
bad as what Yuri Vips did.
Oh, shit.
All right, can you next
That
clip?
poor
No,
kid.
no, we're watching this, dude.
Oh, is this it? Oh my god!
Look,
Dang.
see, his dad gets involved, dude. His dad gets involved. That's the other guy. And his dad's banned as well.
Yeah, this
That,
is,
look at that pig, mate. That disgusting behaviour.
What? So he was waiting for him.
Oh yes, he just goes for it. Okay,
Yeah, he's ripped
if-
him. He's ripped him in
We
new
all
one.
joke about have the fight if you want to have the biff. But
There's
now
his dad.
you
Look
look
at
at it.
this. That was worse, dude.
and then the other parent
Yeah,
as well.
that's hectic. That's hectic.
That's what costs you your
Championship.
championship, your career, everything, just like that.
I think he formally apologised,
Oh,
but
that doesn't work, does it?
no.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was a big one.
There must have been some like really
not
past
to
tension
do.
between these two. There must have been something like really.
Well, sometimes it's
Or
not.
I
close.
don't know the whole story, but he's probably maybe gone for like a championship
Yeah.
and that's just ruined it for him.
Yeah.
Or he's just
Next one is
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen
rental
this.
cut. Ready, go. Oh!
It couldn't have got any worse. Like,
That's what seatbelts in a go-kart.
That's impressive that they landed.
You know
rental
what?
carts have seatbelts.
yeah.
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 I didn't have to.
Well,
You
like
have to,
when
yeah.
you look at it, like that kind of helped him.
It saved
Oh
them.
yeah.
Like if he got trapped under those heavy go karts, that would not have been good. So that seatbelt actually kept him in
But
the
also
car.
that track design's a bit fucking.
But then you know
useless.
what? It could be a hindrance because if he landed on his head, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know
You
about
gotta be
seatbelts.
careful.
Why don't you run
then-
seatbelts in?
Nah, rental carts you do
But why?
Yeah, but why do we not run them in actual karting?
because you want to fall out.
Yeah.
because the
Yeah,
track is
that's what I'm
designed.
saying.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
what?
tracks are designed to have enough runoff so that you can.
But you're
safely-
going way slower. Yeah, well maybe that's they
because
don't
these
want
rental
people.
kart tracks are just
Yeah,
barriers.
yeah,
You know,
that's
like
true.
Like if it was me, I'll just keep it on the road. I know what I'm doing. But
No, you
you know, these
Yeah,
guys
oh,
don't.
sure.
Mate. Now the last
All right,
clip.
last one here
We all
is
know this clip too.
F4.
This is horrible.
This is a massive. This is F3, dude.
Oh, this is
Maku.
Baku.
Macau.
Macau.
Cow. Ready?
This is
Wow, that was a
Horrible.
chick.
That's a
that
chick.
was a
Yeah.
chick.
And she was like-
she
Sophia
survived.
Flörsch.
She's
She did
alive.
F3 2 years last year.
Have you?
Never met
raced
her.
with her? No, never met her.
She did
got
FIA
injured.
F3.
That official got injured. I'm pretty sure, like severely
How many-
injured. Because look, he went into a flag. She went into a flag stand.
Bang.
He used the
That's
other
just
car as
pure
a
brake
ramp.
failure. Pure brake failure. And,
Yeah,
Mr.
that is
Brake
not
zone.
where you want to break failure as well. By
Well,
the
I
way,
got
That
out.
is- yeah, I don't know if anyone's actually seen that track, but
It's like
that's a street circuit, isn't it?
yeah. That's
they got a
that is-
permanent
that
yellow,
is-
dude.
That is
Yeah.
honestly like the coolest track ever, though.
Yeah.
Like proper,
I've seen
like,
how tight it is.
if
at
you
the top.
like, oh, that's my favorite track.
Imagine F1 there.
I'd love to go there.
Just imagine F1 there.
So we'll roll into some question time.
It is question time.
Brought to you
I'm
by
gonna
3D
press a button.
Sightworks.
Ready? I'm just going to press.
I don't know if that
press
one
the button.
works, but I'll take it.
I'll take it. Just
All right,
random button
I'll
check.
do one. You do one. We'll,
All right. So
here we go.
Top one.
How far was your team behind the constructors' title going into the last? We're saying Richard Royness.
Richard
Roynes.
Roynes.
Yeah.
How far was your team behind in the constructors' title going into the last round, and what needed to happen results-wise to win the constructors?
Yeah. So I mean, going into the last round, we were second to High Tech. So I think we were about 30 points off High Tech. We basically just needed to outscore them by 30 points. We needed to outscore them to start with for the weekend, plus then gain the extra points on them for the last round. And basically, yeah, we just had to do the best thing we could. We needed to both the drivers. So basically, there's 4 drivers in the team. That's the max you can have, but only 2 of them score points. So the top 2 highest drivers score the points.
yeah.
So yeah, it was me, Adam, Dries, and then Ella Lloyd. We basically needed to do the best thing we could for the whole weekend. Just basically, yeah, it was just get as many points as possible. I put on double pole. So I started race 1 off pole and race 3 off pole.
Yeah.
Won race 1, so that was really good. And then my teammate got, I think, P4 in that race.
Yeah.
But then, so Fionn McLaughlin, he finished P2. So the other High Tech that scored points was, I think, like 6. So we gained some points on them there.
Yeah.
Then going into the reverse grid, we basically had they had drivers that didn't qualify as high. So in the reverse grid, they actually started higher than us. So they had a driver who finished, I think they finished like 4th and 5th, and best we had was 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
And then going into the last race, I think we were like 20 points down or something like that.
Yeah.
We basically needed to finish 1-2 to definitely secure it. If we finished like 1-3 or like 2-3, it would have been sketchy because we needed to see where they would finish as well. I finished first, my teammate finished second, and then Fionn finished third. And then it was basically just waiting to see where their second driver would finish for High Tech. If he had to place 1 position higher, I'm pretty sure they would have won it.
Oh, so you guys won it.
So we won it by 1 point.
1 point.
So they take $100,000 off your budget for winning it.
Nah, unfortunately not.
That'd be nice.
But basically, yeah,
That's good.
We won it by 1 point. So if any result throughout the whole year had been different, it probably would have gone
So
that
it's
way.
like Oscar.
Yeah.
They won the constructors, but not the championship.
He was second driver. It's interesting. Next question, Charles GD27. Are you joining Cananto in F3, and what are your 2020 Canado? Sorry, Canado in
He's
F3.
got some inside information.
And what are your 2026 plans?
Nah, definitely not. So Canado, he was my teammate in 2023.
Yep.
At High Tech, and he's just signed for ART for FIA F3.
Oh wow!
But I will definitely not be joining him.
Yeah,
because he's got a way bigger budget than me.
We've talked about that. That's
lucky for him.
Big money. Lukey King, the main man, asked, "What is your progression plan for sponsors, and what do they get from supporting you?" So I guess we touched on that. You know, probably quickly breathe through. I guess your progression plan for sponsors. Like, are you looking now?
Well, we're always looking for sponsors. I think it's anyone in motorsport. Yeah, always looking for sponsors. And what you can offer them is obviously very limited, especially at these low levels. You can do as much with putting it on your suits, helmets, cars, taking them for drives, social media, doing videos.
Take you for hot laps, put it in the rear wing, strap you down. You know,
we got a two-seater at the bend.
Hey, if you did do the Porsche, at least you can give hot laps.
Yeah, that's the thing. So you can do that kind of stuff, and then go into maybe some like conventions, meetings, and stuff for them. But it's just so hard with being at these sort of feeder series levels. It's just
put him in the two-seater, get him to drive it. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's the
F3.
Yeah, he does the
F3.
I love it. Like for someone that hasn't experienced aero before,
100%.
I get people in the back, and they get out and they just shake. They're like, this is insane.
Yeah, because it's so different to like. So I took a mate around in a Porsche, and that was like the coolest thing I've done to this day, because it was like one of my mates I was sort of kind of gone to school and grown up with a little bit, and then being able to take him around a track was just pretty cool.
The reactions are great.
And like he would be able to film her, and then he was sending it to all the mates in the group chat. Like,
I rate hot lap days, like because you just get to have them experience what you do. What I do is when he does the F3 laps, I tell the people that are lining up, yeah, he used to race Mike Webber. He got taken out. That's why he's stuck here. I didn't Cottrell.
Yeah, I should. No, you should.
I might tell him that.
Talk about.
Next. So yeah, sponsors are big, and also update your website. It's out of date. That's a good one.
It hasn't been touched in a long. I think Dad used to run that, and I don't think he's touched that.
Dad, you're listening now, mate. Fix it up. Next one. Looking again. How do you prepare in the off season? Because Luke works for Focus Driver Academy.
Yeah.
So
surely we get a free session now.
Free session.
We just plugged him.
Shout out. Ollie and all that. They'd love that. But yeah, how do you prepare in the off season? What are you doing right now?
Yeah, right now I just ran a half marathon. This is not a need at all, but I ran a half marathon on Sunday.
21K. What one was that? I saw a lot of people doing that. Victor Harbour. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. It was my first half. I love running. That's like something I've really got through. I've sort of started picking up throughout this year is running. I've just loved it super much. But yeah, just keeping fit in the off season, doing as much as you can. If you got a sim, getting on that. I don't do that. That's a bad habit of mine. But anyway, moving on.
Ramsgate, there's going to be some people walking in there you can get chatting to. That they're just, they don't know your backstory.
Oh yeah,
have an interest in motorsport. Put F1 on the TV, see who's watching.
Oh yeah. But I guess with the prep stuff, you just do as much as you can in the gym. I've got a sort of an exercise workout plan that I stick to.
Yeah.
I try and do that, and just eating well, making sure I'm staying within the weight category that I need to be, because in open wheelers you can't really be too heavy.
We just had dinner before, and Adrian, he just eats like half a plate of carrots and peas, and that's it now. Like
I'm on like a strict sort of diet, and it's good.
He's got to be. He's going to be cutting.
But you feel good as well. When
that's good.
You
track your calories and
I tracked them for like maybe 3 months at the start of this year, and I kind of just understand it now.
Lucas Marshall. It was actually good. We didn't actually ask you this. How did you get into racing? Did your dad race or your mum?
So basically, we had quad bikes around the house. I think I was like 6 years old. I wanted to take them someplace on some jumps.
Yeah.
Dad inquired about it. Mum wasn't probably too keen on it, because a 6-year-old jumping a quad bike, not the best sort of thing.
Yeah.
They said try out go-karting. So then we did a thing up at Monado where I tried some, I forgot their last name, but they were a lovely family. They were really into the karting.
Yeah.
Basically tried karting with them. Absolutely loved it. And then I got told that I wasn't old enough to be able to actually do this myself. I could only do it for the day. So I had to be 7 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So begged Dad, turned 7 finally, and then got a go-kart, and then Dad and I just did it as a sort of father and son thing from then on. But
been racing Kai Allen and
Yeah,
all those lads.
I'd raced him a couple times, but he was sort of 2 years older than me, so he's a little bit out. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how I got into it. But also, like, growing up, Dad had a massive interest in racing. Like, he went to all the Grand Prix when they were back in Adelaide, not in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So he loved it from that, and then also he'd taken me to like all the Clipsal 500s.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of grown up around it a little bit, in a sense. So I'd already known what it was, and then actually doing it for myself, I think they just built the sort of passion over the years, and then I just haven't stopped.
Yeah.
It's just become an obsession. I think it's just something with motorsport. Once you do it, you can't really go away from it.
No, we've learnt that as well. We got one last
There's
question.
two to go. HYT56. Thoughts on the F1 Academy in your eyes? Like, I know it's can be taken in different ways. Is it a good thing for those females? Is it a kick in the dick to young drivers, male drivers that are trying to get sponsorship money, and then some of that's wasted in some aspects? You know, it's pretty brutally honest in my eyes. Do you think when they go to another category after F1 Academy, which is Formula 4, I guess, is that a spec Formula 4? Is that what?
Yeah,
but
so
F1 Academy.
F1 Academy is its own spec Formula 4 car.
Is that faster or slower?
It's roughly depends on the day.
Okay, so it's very similar, but it's spec differently.
Yeah,
okay.
it's but they're also very restricted with what they can do setup wise because it's a completely different car. Anyway,
yeah.
My opinions on it is very mixed.
Okay.
I think the category it's good what they're trying to do, but it's also like separating them even more.
Yeah.
I think because so obviously you go back a couple of years, you go back 5 years time. Yeah, females obviously aren't as present in motorsport as what they are now. They have it a lot harder, this and that. The F1 Academy, what it's trying to do is to make the step easier for women to go from karts to cars. I think that's what it's trying to do. Yep. You have to be 16. Easier? You have to also be 16, I'm pretty sure, to do it. And then to do F4, you have to be 15. So
you might as well go F4.
You can do F4 straight away. But anyway, so the thing with F1 Academy, how I look at it is if you can do F1 Academy, personally, I would do it because the exposure you get from doing it is absolutely mental.
Isn't it hard? Like some of those drivers would not be, not blowing wind out your ass, but like nowhere near as good as you. But they're getting a shot, and it's not right. I just don't think it's fair. Just because they are a different gender. That's a sexist thing.
That's the thing. It's making more of a separation, if that makes sense. Like it's really putting it like because they're women, they can get these opportunities more than what a man can get.
Fully funded, like $1 million.
It's not fully funded, but it's like I think they have to bring about 100 or 200 AU, which is nothing for what it would actually cost. But the F1 teams are bringing in all this stuff and
all the brands that they have.
If you really want to put it F1 Academy in a nutshell, it's just a money-making category for Susie Wolf. It's just making her a bunch of money because it's bringing it. But anyway, I think it's a really good category for the women, for the exposure they can get from it. Whether or not your end goal is F1 or not, the exposure you can get, you can then take that to do some GT stuff.
Because you can't be in the category for more than 2 years.
No, 2 years. No. But here's a side thought: if budget wasn't a thing for the girl racer,
I would not be going to F1 Academy.
That's what I'm saying. So if you would just go to the hardest championship, so Formula 4 in regional or GB4, right? And you would try and win or do the best. Then you would go straight from there to Formula 3 and at 16, 17. You don't waste your time. You're wasting your time.
You do the standard pathway. Like I think if budget was an issue and you're a female in motorsport, I would not be going near F1 Academy. It is a crash fest. It is just
smaller laps. The racing. You
don't get as much track time with them. Like a lot of the F1, like a lot of the drivers. So I had Ella Lloyd in my team. She did F1 Academy and British F4. So she did both. And that's just purely because in F1 Academy, you don't get much seat time really.
She did it in the same year?
Yeah.
Right. So she did that in 2020.
No, this year.
This year. So she was racing in GB4.
British F4.
Oh, sorry. British F4.
Yeah.
My bad. And F1 Academy.
Yeah.
what was the result? What sort of team was she?
So she was partnered with McLaren. So she was
Yep.
a McLaren. She is also a McLaren junior for next year.
Right.
And basically they help fund a lot of her racing. She also has her own personal sponsors, but that's
Yep.
also been help F1 Academy.
Publicity
And
and
she's
all that.
yeah, I mean, it's been great for her. I think, obviously.
How did she go in both
So
championships?
F1 Academy, F1 Academy.
Yeah,
I didn't. I watched the last round, but I didn't look at the standings. I think she was trailing for third. I think she might have finished.
Yeah, right. So
fourth.
she's up the up.
So it was
the
her
top.
rookie year as well. It was her
Yeah,
first
right.
year in it. So
Oh,
she
right.
didn't do too bad. But then come the British, she was most of the time outside the top
Yeah.
10.
And that's what I'm saying about the difference of
and the thing is, it's
quality.
Like if you got the budget, you would not go near F1 Academy. I'd go straight to F4, the hardest thing.
And you're not
And-
even at the level of GB3 or
Yeah.
Formula 3 internationals. Like
100%.
you're
Formula-
3 steps away
Yeah.
in British F4
Yeah.
to European Formula 3.
And
Like,
the thing where females, I think, really have it hard in the open wheel side of for racing is the physicality. Like for a 16, 17-year-old male to just go and put on some muscle, some mass and all that, it's a lot easier than what it is
Natural
for females.
testosterone
But then
levels,
again,
yeah.
saying that, if a woman truly does want it, I believe they can do it.
Yeah.
They can put in all the hard work and it is possible for them physically to be able to do it. They have to, actually, they're genuinely just going to
because a 15-year-old girl muscle on average to a male on average 15 is neck muscles, arm muscles. Like these are physical open wheelers. Like even though you haven't raced or you've driven an open wheeler, no, it's hard work.
Yeah.
Like your neck, your mind focus, your brake pressures.
Yeah.
It's
mate, I
serious
was bloody dead after the XL Enduro. I get it.
No arrow on that. Well, you
Yeah.
nearly turned it into an arrow.
Nearly turned it into, but
Wow.
yeah. But
That's a good-
it's
no, I appreciate your thoughts
that
on
is
that.
a fantastic
Yeah. But,
insight.
Yeah, I think it's you can look at it two different ways, but I think if you're, it depends on your scenario.
You got to be honest. Like it's easy to be like scared to say this stuff because it's like,
Yeah,
I'm
left wing woke world once again.
left wing.
It is. No, good one. Last one as Mason Peters. What's your view on the pass on the outside of the white line with Lando with the Yuki?
Did you watch the Dubai
Yuki
finale where Lando went
passed.
through
Oh yeah, I
off the
did
white
see.
line on the
Do you think-
straight?
I was actually dead asleep because
a bit boring.
No, because I had my marathon in the morning, half marathon
yes.
in the
Oh, yes.
morning. Just keep plugging that. As well.
He's marathon. So like,
but yeah, I was
like,
dead asleep. But no, I
seen
seen the
different
highlight.
angles?
I think
did Yuki he trying to break the toe, but then he sort of broke the toe and then he moved that last bit. Didn't
the
he?
thing is, I don't think Yuki meant to do anything viciously to Lando. Lando, yes, has left the track to
pass.
avoid.
Yeah, it's a
I'd
tricky
say
one, isn't it?
he could have done it. You could say, you can argue it so many ways.
I haven't seen many angles like on
Yeah,
social media.
I've only really seen the one
front
from
on.
Lando.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen the
I've
Lando.
seen Lando's
but
on
even
board.
that doesn't. It's hard to see what Yuki.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like Yuki kind of makes a move and then he keeps going.
Right.
Whereas
Spooked him.
Yeah. So, but Lando's coming at such a different speed to
300
him,
k's an hour, yeah.
where you can't exactly. He kind of had to go out there. There was nowhere else. It was
he didn't-
too late to commit to the other way, and he wasn't going to be backing out.
No.
Let's be honest.
Anyway,
Yes,
the rules
yeah.
say something. They did something different. Okay?
Interesting. Well, we were spewing, but that's because we had our
We had a
Australian.
big party.
Australian, yeah, we had like
Yeah.
25 people here.
You wanted Oscar to win, obviously.
Well, you have those Australian
That was-
glasses on, and you just come on.
I wanted Oscar to win, but it just wasn't
work
going to
out.
happen. But then I did want
Leclerc?
Max to beat.
Yeah.
Just
Lando.
to shove it in there.
Just
you
to,
know?
like,
just stick it
just-
on there.
yeah, just from the
Yeah,
year
you
as well.
stuffed it up, dogs, but they
Yeah.
didn't. So yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
But then
good one.
again, saying that, they probably would have just swapped Oscar and Lando.
Yeah, 100%.
This perspective of like,
Which is just BS.
Max is the best driver because he's in the worst, like one of the worst cars. But like everyone's saying that. Heaps of podcasts, like, oh, imagine if Max had a quick car. And I sat back today before we jumped on here and I was like, hang on, like the car is obviously not bad.
It's not awful.
No, because like he's won multiple races over the last 8 races. He's been up the front.
Yeah.
How is that a bad car?
It's not the
Do you know,
best
like,
car. It's not
well,
the best
how do we know?
I think they're
But
just
how do we
comparing
know?
because
Like-
Yuki's doing
but-
so awful in it.
Yeah.
I think what the car is
That can't be compared that it's the worst car though.
don't
Because
think
if I
it's-
jumped
I
in
don't
that
think it's the
car,
worst
I'd be
either.
worse than Yuki. Doesn't mean the car is.
I think the car is just on such a
Knife edge.
knife edge
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
finding, because that's Max,
Max
hasn't
always
been
likes
consistent.
that.
Yeah, Max likes that, but he also hasn't been consistent throughout the whole year.
no.
Like, I think these last couple rounds he's been super consistent, and I think
He's
that's because he's
figured it out.
found
Or maybe
where,
they've
where he
changed the
needs to
car.
be. That is the thing as
Maybe
well. but-
they've because they did bring upgrades like not long ago. Whereas McLaren stopped.
yeah. But I just think Max, everyone yaps about it.
Yeah, they're eyes in not.
They glaze him and everything, but I do think he is an amazing driver. But
They keep harping on it's like one
it's
of the
not
worst
just the car is the worst. No, definitely.
That's
Definitely
crap.
not.
That's got to
mate.
stop
It's-
that.
They keep making
it's better
that
than
excuse.
Ferrari or like Mercedes.
Ferrari's
So
is
like
awful.
Yeah, so it's
And it's been Lewis Hamilton's worst season, obviously, ever, and having
I
no
think he's gonna
podium.
retire.
No, don't. It breaks my heart.
I know, but
If I just tickle my mustache on the mic, can you hear it?
kind of.
kind of, it's just like,
Yours is thicker
I
than
just
mine.
thought about doing that. I don't know why.
I don't.
I'm not going
Can
to
you,
put that.
can you hear this?
Not really.
No. Okay.
All right. Well, we better put an end to it then.
Yep.
It's been a fantastic chat. Thank you for coming on.
That's all good. Thanks for having me.
And I'm really keen for what next year holds. And it sounds like there's progression still and there's pretty high hopes.
We'll see what happens, but yeah, I mean, I'll just be happy to stay in the car. That'll be the cool thing.
There's
But
probably a few seats in the V8 Super Utes. You can have a look at that,
Come
mate.
have a little-
You can't-
Lease
have a
drive.
pedal, mate.
As a wise-
Gold Coast.
as
Do
a-
a Gold Coast street
Gold
circuit.
Coast Racing. But as
Gold
a
Coast
wise,
would be cool.
a wise man once said, we'll tune it up and go again tomorrow.
Happy days. Thank you. Cheers, guys.